Today, we're diving into the world of the so-called brain-eating amoeba, Naegleria fowleri. This tiny, single-celled creature lives in warm, fresh water like lakes, rivers, and hot springs, especially during the summer. You won't find it in salt water or well-chlorinated pools and city water. Despite its scary nickname, Naegleria fowleri doesn't hunt humans. It usually eats bacteria in its natural home. Human infection is a rare accident, not its goal. Millions of people swim in fresh water every year, but globally, only a few cases are reported. The risk is very low. Think of it like being struck by lightning. Possible, but rare. Understanding where it lives and how it behaves helps us stay safe without being afraid of the water. Remember, water is a source of life and fun. It shouldn't be avoided. Let's learn how to be careful, not scared. Knowledge is our best defense. Naegleria fowleri has 3 life stages: cyst, trophozoite, and flagellate. The cyst is its inactive, protective form, which survives in harsh conditions. When the water is warm, it turns into a trophozoite, the active feeding stage that can infect humans. Sometimes it grows a tail to swim as a flagellate. Infection only happens when contaminated water forcibly enters the nose, never through drinking. The amoeba travels from the nose to the brain through the olfactory nerve. There, it eats brain tissue, causing a disease called primary amoebic meningoencephalitis, or PAM. You can't catch it from another person or by swallowing water. The risk is limited to certain activities: diving, jumping, or submerging your head in warm, untreated fresh water. Knowing this helps us focus on the real risks, not myths. The amoeba's journey is rare and accidental. Awareness is the key to prevention. Let's see what happens if an infection occurs. PAM symptoms appear 12 days after exposure, and they start like meningitis: headache, fever, nausea, stiff neck. Quickly, symptoms worsen: confusion, loss of balance, seizures, and hallucinations. This disease progresses rapidly, often becoming fatal within a week. Diagnosis is difficult because it's so rare, and the symptoms mimic other diseases. The biggest clue is recent swimming in warm, fresh water. Doctors confirm PAM by testing spinal fluid for the amoeba or its DNA. Early, accurate information about water exposure is crucial for diagnosis. Brain scans can show swelling, but they are not specific for PAM. Quick action is important, but time is short. Let's talk about treatment and how rare it is. Treating PAM is a race against time, and survival is rare. Doctors use antifungal medications like amphotericin B, sometimes with antibiotics and miltefosine. Supportive care, reducing brain swelling, controlling seizures, is essential. Even with aggressive treatment, the survival rate is less than 3%. In the US, only 0 to 5 cases are reported each year. In India, too, the numbers are very low. Millions of people swim safely every summer. Infection requires a perfect storm. The amoeba must be present, the water must be warm, and there must be a forceful entry of water into the nose. Just getting your head wet or swallowing water isn't enough. The odds are incredibly low. We need awareness, not fear. Prevention is our best tool. Since treatment is difficult, prevention is crucial. The main rule: don't let water get into your nose in warm, fresh water. Wear nose clips or hold your nose when swimming, diving, or jumping in lakes and rivers. Keep your head above the water and avoid stirring up sediment. Supervise children and remind them not to submerge their heads. For nasal rinsing, always use sterile, distilled, or boiled water, never directly from the tap. These simple steps make a big difference. Naegleria fowleri is rare, and there's no reason to fear the water. Be smart, be careful, and enjoy the water safely. Knowledge and prevention keep us safe and confident.